What if I told you that Princess Diana's private letters contain secrets, so explosive they could rewrite the history of the British royal family? Secrets so shocking they reveal the depths of Camilla Parker Bowles' manipulation of King Charles, the emotional torment Diana endured, and the cold, calculated indifference of the very family that was supposed to protect her. These letters are not just personal musings. They are a window into the soul of a woman who was betrayed, isolated, and ultimately broken by the institution she married into. From the heartbreaking truth about Charles's infidelity, to the Queen's shocking complicity in turning a blind eye to Diana's suffering, these letters are filled with revelations that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the royal family. If you believe you've heard the full story, think again. The truth is far darker, far more scandalous, and far more tragic than you could ever imagine. Princess Diana's letters reveal a chilling insight into the psychological warfare waged by Camilla Parker Bowles. Far from being a mere mistress, Camilla was a master manipulator who played a strategic role in shaping King Charles's emotions and decisions. Diana wrote extensively about how Camilla used guilt, emotional blackmail, and subtle manipulation to keep Charles tied to her. She created situations that made Charles feel indebted to her, playing on his insecurities and exploiting his vulnerabilities. Diana described how Camilla's influence grew stronger over time, driving a wedge between her and Charles. Camilla's tactics were not just about maintaining an affair, they were about dismantling Diana's position as Charles's wife. Diana often felt like a spectator in her own marriage, powerless to stop the slow erosion of her relationship. The emotional toll was immense, and Diana's letters paint a vivid picture of a woman struggling to maintain her sanity in the face of relentless manipulation. One of the most heartbreaking aspects of Diana's letters is her candid account of the emotional abuse she endured at the hands of King Charles. Diana wrote about how Charles showed little to no empathy for her struggles, particularly during her battles with depression and bulimia. Instead of offering support, Charles was often dismissive, cold, and indifferent, making Diana feel like her pain was insignificant. Diana described feeling like a ghost in her own marriage, seen but not heard, present but not valued. Charles's emotional neglect was compounded by the pressure to maintain a perfect public image, which left Diana feeling even more isolated. Her letters reveal a woman who was crying out for love and understanding, only to be met with silence and indifference. This lack of emotional support was a key factor in the breakdown of their marriage, and Diana's letters make it clear that Charles's inability to acknowledge her pain was a betrayal as deep as his infidelity. Diana's letters leave no doubt that Camilla was not just a passive participant in the affair, she was an active player in the destruction of Diana's marriage. Diana wrote about how Camilla used her long-standing relationship with Charles to undermine her at every turn. Camilla's influence was not accidental. It was a deliberate effort to push Diana out of Charles's life. Diana described how Camilla would insert herself into situations where she had no place, creating tension and conflict. Over time, Camilla's presence became a constant source of pain for Diana, who felt like she was losing her husband to another woman. Diana's letters reveal her desperate attempts to repair their relationship, but Camilla's manipulation and Charles's unwillingness to let go of her made it impossible. The toxic cycle of betrayal and heartbreak left Diana feeling trapped in a marriage she could not save. Diana's letters provide a raw and unfiltered account of the devastation caused by Charles's infidelity. She wrote about the moment she discovered the affair, describing it as a betrayal that shattered her world. Charles's relationship with Camilla was not just a physical affair, it was an emotional one that left Diana feeling invisible and unimportant. Diana described how Charles's attention was always focused on Camilla, even when he was with her. She felt like a third wheel in her own marriage, constantly competing for her husband's affection. Despite the pain, Diana remained committed to trying to make their marriage work, hoping that things would improve. But Charles's refusal to end the affair created an insurmountable rift between them. Diana's letters offer a heartbreaking look into the emotional toll of living with a partner who was emotionally and physically involved with someone else. One of the most shocking revelations in Diana's letters is her belief that Queen Elizabeth was fully aware of Charles's affair with Camilla, but chose not to intervene. Diana wrote about how the Queen's indifference made her feel completely abandoned by the royal family. She described how the Queen seemed more concerned with preserving the monarchy's image than addressing the pain and suffering caused by the affair. Diana's letters reveal her frustration with the Queen's refusal to act, even as her marriage crumbled. She felt that the Queen had a responsibility to protect her, but instead, she was left to navigate the emotional turmoil on her own. This sense of abandonment, by her mother-in-law, and the royal family at large contributed to Diana's growing sense of isolation and despair. Diana's letters also shed light on Camilla's complete disregard for her feelings. Despite knowing that Diana was married to Charles, Camilla showed no remorse for the pain she was causing. Diana described how Camilla seemed to take pleasure in the knowledge that her affair was causing Diana emotional distress. Camilla's blatant disregard for Diana's position as Charles's wife was a constant source of pain. Diana wrote about how Camilla would attend royal events as if nothing were wrong, acting with open disdain towards her. This behavior only added to Diana's feelings of isolation and helplessness, as it became clear that Camilla had no intention of stepping aside. The emotional toll of Charles's affair and the breakdown of her marriage had a profound impact on Diana's mental health. Her letters reveal a woman struggling with depression, anxiety, and a deep sense of worthlessness. Diana wrote about how the constant stress and humiliation of living in a loveless marriage left her feeling like she was sinking into a dark hole. Diana sought therapy and tried to manage her mental health, but the lack of support from the royal family made it an uphill battle. Her letters offer a raw and vulnerable account of the emotional toll of living with a partner who was emotionally unavailable and unfaithful. Princess Diana's private letters are more than just a personal account of her struggles, they are a call for justice. They reveal the dark underbelly of the royal family, exposing the manipulation, betrayal, and indifference that Diana endured. Her letters are a testament to her strength and resilience, as well as a reminder of the importance of speaking out against injustice. If you're as captivated by Princess Diana's story as we are, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more exclusive content and shocking revelations. We're dedicated to uncovering the untold stories behind the world's most iconic figures, and we promise to keep you on the edge of your seat with every new video. Don't miss out on the latest updates. Hit that subscribe button and join our community of curious minds today. By subscribing, you'll gain access to in-depth analyses, rare insights, and behind-the-scenes stories that you won't find anywhere else. Whether you're a history buff, a royal enthusiast, or just someone who loves a good story, our content is sure to captivate and intrigue you. So, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now and be the first to know about our latest discoveries.